Hi everybody, it's Sandy. It's Sunday evening here in the UK and we have had a new moon at 4 degrees of Pisces today. It's another pulse point on our journey in this amazingly intense year of 2020. Already I know people that are feeling the shifts, feeling the intensity, and knowing that we've entered onto quite a wild ride for the rest of this year, bringing us into this culmination of the winter solstice at the end of this year, when there is a Jupiter and Saturn conjunction. So this is another intense little window of our journey that we can navigate our way. Hi Jonathan. I hope you're doing well. Yes, this is a really a place of a deeply emotional new moon. It's deep, it's reflective, it's bringing us back into reviewing another part of our journey, another part of our, what is our pathway forward? What are we calling forward? And how do we stay in centre? We've had a Rose 1 class here in the Rosie Temple today, so it's been an intense day for many that we come together with others in different groupings and in different connections to walk alongside one another in these intense times. And it never ceases to amaze me, the stories that emerge as we come together in that sharing. Hi Paula, hi Agnes. It's just an extraordinary journey that we're on. So perhaps looking at the fact that this moon at 4 degrees of Pisces is a calling into this place of reflection as to where we're going next on our own particular journey. And so perhaps there's a time that you can carve out some time to do some sort of inner retreat work. The journey this year really feels to me to be a journey of mastery. At whatever level our soul is calling us to bring attention to at this time, whether that's health, whether that's relationship, whether that's your calling forward in the sharing of your gifts in the world. This journey to inner mastery is the place where we can hold center regardless of what is going on around us in the outer mirror that life offers us, in our sense of ourselves reflected in the outer world. So the path is to ask, what are my resources? What are the areas, what are the tools I have in my tool bag that I can rely on, that guide me time and time again back into this center alignment in my life, so that I don't get spun off by distraction or whatever else comes in along my path, that I have tools that enable me to be able to come back into center, into this verticality of alignment that connects the soul star to the earth star through the central pranic tube of the body, and that enables us to have a sense of presence and alignment, to be acupuncture points of light, if you like, but certainly this verticality of mastery that enables us to take our heartfelt expression, our gifts, out into the world and to share them. And this is the place where we are best in service to what we have mastered and what we can inspire others by our journey with. So the inner affirmation for me certainly is this same place of refine and align. See what's coming up. Keep open to what is being revealed through this mirror, and where does this resonate within us? Is it calling us? Is it an affirmation that actually some of the places that we have mastered, the challenges that our journey can bring to us, have we found a place of mastery of that, or do we need to go back inside and say, where is this within me, and what is its message? What do I need to see? What still has to change within me to enable what is showing up on my outer frame to change? Sorry, my voice is not as clear as clearly. I've been talking all day today, and I've just realised, having dropped into silence when the whole of the group went, and thinking, oh, I'll do this rose reading, I'm realising actually my voice is not as it normally is. It feels a bit croaky. Thanks, Claire. Oh, dear. And Agnes, yeah, many of us have got challenges that are coming up. And this is really the honing of the craft. This is, can you stay in centre? Can you navigate these challenges in your life? Because these are the places in which you come into master your emotional self, your physical self, and this path of keeping with the program. And sometimes one of the things that is called for is, again, a refining of your own personal sanctuary space. I noticed very clearly last week that I was called to make some changes in my office, which included the reorientation of my desk so that it was facing in a different direction. And this has resulted in a lot more clarity and a lot more ease and grace in my own process of navigating and holding this energy of the roses, because there's a lot of admin that is now coming up with the roses having gone out in so many places that it's quite, my challenge is to stay centered with the amount of actual admin that's required to keep everything smooth for everybody. So we each one of us are facing what is uniquely our challenge, what is uniquely set up. If we come in as a soul code, we come in with all the gifts and medals from our previous journeys, and we embed those into the DNA and the coding of our family of birth, of the genetic lineage that we come in to dock into. This creates the matrix of energy. It creates the energy and the story, the script that we take out on our journey to find healing, to find, just by the mirrored experience of our journey through life. And from that, we move to this place of mastery, having worked our way through what our soul alignment was calling us to, and clearly what there is to heal in the genetic coding. What is there up your on your lineage that may be coming around for healing in on your watch, so to speak? Because if this is an alchemical pot, if this heart field holds all of our stories, all of our script from the time of conception onwards, and of course we come in with the stories that we have from previous lifetimes, this is the richness of the pot that we've come to work alchemical magic with. When we were working with the group today on the Rose One group, it's no surprising that this is called Rose Alchemy. And it is the alchemy of the rose of the heart, because everything, all of our stories are held in this matrix of the heart. So that, when we arrive somewhere, for instance, where we don't know anybody, our energy field will expand, our auric field will expand out to get a sense of where our energy is drawn to the people in the room. If it's a party, where am I drawn? Who has got a frequency resonance that I will feel comfortable or aligned with? This is how horses work too. Horses work from the heart. So a horse will expand its energy field as you walk through the gateway. It will expand its energy field and it will touch your auric field and it will know exactly where you are in yourself on that day. So as we refine our very beingness, will become far more attuned to what is right for us from a food perspective, what is right for us from a friendship connection, from what we engage with, what we're drawn to, what classes we might be drawn to, who we might be drawn to study with. And this enables us to be super clear in our reflection of what is right alignment. This is all part of the mastery path. I feel that this year is asking us to refine even more than we have done so far. This is an ongoing path of inner mastery. So, shall we see what the roses have got to offer us today? Oh, there was one more thing I was going to share. I looked and see what the Chandra symbol was for the 4 degrees of Pisces. And it was, just a moment, it was 3 men advancing up, arm in arm. And I really feel that this is so much around our co-creating and our path of connection with others. This path of the lone rider feels to be closing. This was a very Piscean piece to the journey. Moving into the Aquarian age, this is very much about finding those with like frequency, co-creating and opening up to a different experience of ourselves as we weave our energy with others that are holding a similar coding, whether that's in soul group or whether that is in someone that has that alignment but is within a different soul group, but just a frequency alignment. We need to be journeying with like-minded souls. So let's see what the roses have for us as their wisdom for this upcoming 2 weeks between this new moon and the next full moon. So to start off with, we have Rose Angel 11. Now, Rose Angel 11 is the final piece on the journey with the Rose Angels. And the Rose Angels are the transformers for the 5 wounds to love of abandonment, betrayal, denial, judgment, and separation. And they transform to the five jewels of self-love, self-value, self-esteem, of trust, of truth, of forgiveness and surrender. This rose sits on the heart and she opens and she drops this petal down as an invitation in, and she says, I am the golden heart. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and end of your search, and I hand you the golden key. So this is what is there for us when we step onto the path of mastery. This is the path of saying, bring it on. I just want to be clear, aligned, and frequencing hand in hand with my true self. And from that place there is inner gold. She is absolutely beautiful, but this is the golden key, the place of mastering the scripts that we came in with as a soul, but the scripts that we also have taken on board from our family storyline. Goosebumps is good. Thank you, Agnes. Yeah, she is a beauty to work with. So let's see what the next rose that wants to come together for this particular reading. And as I say, this lasts for 2 weeks. This is a 2-week window. So we have Rose Bagua 7. And Rose Bagua 7 sits in the area of children and creativity in the Rose Bagua. And yes, Serena. Serena was on the class today and she's saying that it's the golden key from an alchemical day. It certainly is. I mean, the ancient alchemists, whether they were working in with the physical elements, and they were wanting to produce lead out of the gold. Sorry, gold out of the lead. It's been a long day. The inner alchemists were looking to turn the inner lead, our negative emotions, the heavier things that we carry, into the luminous gold of the heart. So this is the path of the illumination of the heart, of the golden heart and the golden light body. This is Rose Bagua 7. And in that area of the Bagua, and the Bagua is a feng shui term, it's a box of 9 squares. Each square is a representative of a different aspect of our life expression. So from the rose perspective, I'm looking at the center of the Bagua as being the heart field, and what is your heartfelt expression in the world? What is this from a place of alignment? What's your calling out in the world? And this rose, this is what's your creative essence? Obviously, part of our creation is the procreativity in producing children. But this rose is saying that creativity is at the core of what this next piece of the path is. Hi, Renee. Hi, Alison. So this is a very playful rose, and she's calling us to be of light heart. These 2 roses together, this place of activating this golden heart and coming into this path of gold, really. And what is the creative calling? What is it that can perhaps it's more about being able to be childlike than actually specifically being involved with children. We go through different phases in our lives, but this calling to explore our creative expression in the world is another piece that's up for us in the next 2 weeks. Hi, Christine. So let's see what the 3rd rose is. And as I say, I'm apologising. My voice is not what I'd expected it to be, but I've been teaching all day and sharing, and clearly my voice is going, really? You want to do a rose reading as well? Let's see what the last rose is. Rose Bagua 5. Remembering to come back to center. This rose sits in the center of the Bagua, and she's the place that I hold as the center point when we're working with Rose 4. So the first 3 sets of the roses are vertical. They're a vertical alignment. Rose 4 takes us into this place of the Bagua and what is my heartfelt expression in the world. So what she's saying is, come back to the heart, come back to the heart. Everything is known within the heart. And actually, if we listen to the whispered messages that our heart has to offer us, we will be given all of the guidance for our next piece of our journey. So when we look at these 3 roses, here's the invitation into this golden heart field, this place of the golden key to it all. When we rest within the heart, it is this place of mastery. It is this place where we are truly home in ourselves. So she is calling you into the gold, the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and end of your search. And she can hand you the golden key for these next places. Hi, Eleanor. Hi. She's just gorgeous. The second rose, coming into this real connection to our creative essence. What is your creative essence calling you to in this next period of time? You know, you look at this rose, not many of the roses came with buds that wanted the bud to be included. Here's potential. Here's what's waiting to be birthed. If you can embrace and connect with this creative essence within, we are beings that are directly created. We are created by the Creator. We are creators ourselves. And so in this connection, you can see she's like explosive. It's like, well, what am I going to play with? What's calling me now? What can be my experience of this playful aspect of myself in my creativity? And here she is, Rose Bagua 5. Always the reminder to come back to the center, come back to the heart field, rest within the heart. Don't get caught on the rim of the wheel. Come back to the hub of the wheel. Resource, recharge. You know, maybe there's a piece in here that she's calling you to reassess sanctuary for you. What is sanctuary? Or your place of sanctuary, does that need redefining? These are important places for us to have secure base. We need to know where our energy field is held, where we feel safe and grounded. Many of you remember my words about my trip down to the south of France in the summer, and the connection with Mount Canigou, the sacred mountain of the Catalans, who said that for each and every one of us, there is one place mark, that was the word of the mountain, place mark on the planet where we are 100% aligned. We can find places where we are 60, 70, 80% aligned, 90% aligned, but there will only be one place on the planet where our energy field is in complete sync with the crystalline grids of the earth. Our Earth star holds the knowledge of our incarnational story this time, and that frequency code docks into the crystalline grids. And so when you come into this place mark that holds your coding, there is a homecoming that is beyond anything else. And so your energy fields can unpack and you can recharge through the energy of the earth and the earth grids. So, this place of coming back to center. And the other thing that Canigou told me in meditation is that we don't have to live exactly where that one place mark is for us. We can visit that in dream time, we can visit that in meditation, and of course we can vacation in these special places that hold the opportunity for us to recharge. But it is important for us to know where sanctuary is for us and to also optimize the energy of the place that we call home. What is sanctuary? And on that note, I have got a couple of classes here in the next few weeks that are around creating really high frequency healthy space and crafting your own sanctuary in true alignment to your higher soul's calling. So there we are. That's our 3 roses that are holding a coding and inspiration for us in the next fortnight as the moon starts to wax into her fullness again. I think we're going to become very much aware of the pulsing of the moon and these points of shift that we are offered on every full and new moon as we move through this year. Anyway, there's some more upcoming classes on my website, sandyhumby.com or rosaalchemy.com, and I look forward to connecting again soon. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you a really wonderful rest of day, and may this next 2 weeks create grace and ease and a sense of collaboration, cooperation and love in your journey forward. Bye for now from the Rosie Temple. Bye-bye. Bye.